Okay. So this is our random player, and Vince, sorry, he's from our Austin studio. At the bottom and at the top we have Iron Weavers, Dan from our SF studio, and Dan is the king of ties so far in the tournament. Every single person he's played, he's tied. So we'll see if he can keep that going in this series. So, best gateway for events. Best expo for Dan, I think. Yes, it is. That's the scouting drone. Cool. So far, this is all pretty standard. There's the pool. Nice little seal here in case there is like a proxy zealot attack or something like that. And scouts the third, or tries to. And this drone scout's going to see exactly when the nexus is placed down. Sorry. I just got back from Texas, and I forgot to text my mom, so I just texted her because she just called and got really worried. Anyway, let me get back into this. So pool's down, and Cybernetics core's down, and this is all pretty standard actually from both players. I feel like this has been a very typical opening in this tournament. I think it's a typical opening kind of period. This drone isn't working. Oh no, he is. I'm a liar. Okay, so both players are kind of doing econ stuff. We got a second gate. Warp gate's gonna finish soon. Early sentry from Vince, which is nice against Link Bane aggression, stuff like that. But yeah, it looks like both these players are very content to just get to a mid-game. So far there hasn't been any signs of aggression just yet. And here's a Robo, early Robo. Or Robo first. Roach Warren. Nice caution. It's a very cautionary timing from Dan for that Roach Warren, which is good. In the event that your opponent goes like a really heavy gate drop or build like that, it's nice to be able to actually produce roaches to defend it. No Sacrificial Overlord, although this is a very sneaky drone. So I'm not... He's just checking for the third. That's really funny. This is quite a lot of lings. I don't know if he intends to push with these. I think he's probably just doing it again as just cautionary stuff. But they will find an adept. Or they won't. This adept is just chilling. Let's see what these guys can do. There's still no third. So he's not really denying anything with these links just yet, but I think that's the intent, is to just make it so that Vince doesn't take a third. Oh, very nice force field. That was beautiful. Those links are all dead. That was very, very nice from Vince. And we have ourselves a layer. Another gate. So that's 3 gate robo right now. A decent little army. He could do some serious damage with this if he pushed out, I think. I mean, the counterattack is kind of real, but I don't think it would have been bad. Here we go, an adept creeping. And here's the roaches. Some blind sport callers. And a hydra den. We heard about that anti-air. That roaches couldn't hit air anymore, and he's starting to prepare for it this time. And the real question is, when does Vince take his third? I really feel like this is a pretty strong army. He could push. It's very strong against this comp right now. So this is a nice little timing for Vince. I think he can do quite a lot of damage with this. And I think he could expand behind it. Something that I'm noticing a lot of Protoss is not doing in our tournament, that I feel like would be really good, is when you do pushes like these, there should be proxy pylons somewhere, you know, so you can reinforce and really leverage the warp gate tech. And he's doing exactly what I was suggesting in getting his third behind this aggression. And right now, Dan's Overlord placement is not very good. It's kind of like placing things for proxy tech, and not for the fact that, okay, so Vince is just clowning me the whole time. So he has a warp prism to do reinforcement. So this is all really, really nice. This is going to be a really strong push. Very nice force field to make it so he can't kite out. He just warps in more stuff, which he's doing. This is going to be really strong, and he's force fielding. This is to keep units out of the fight, so he can keep his stuff nice, separated. Dan does a good job bringing his links. He's going to have a pretty nice surround in a couple seconds. Very nice hold from Dan here. I feel like Vince does have 4 gates. I'm surprised a little bit because I feel like he maybe could have built to hold that. He does get his immortal out of the way though, or home safe, which is nice. Okay, well anyway, so now we have the counter. Let's see what he can get done. I think it's gonna be really hard. With pylon overcharge, this entire army just doesn't exist. They did nerf it though, so you can see kind of the mothership core doesn't really have much mana. This was a new one, but you know, you can only overcharge every once in a while. So as a Zerg player, you can bait that and then run it. That's a funny stop command. Anyway, looks like Vince wants to go for his disruptors, which is something he used against Will in the PvZ on this map as well. Oh, he does not want to lose this immortal, but it's a free one for Dan. There, he heads up. Very nice. Dan is really playing this aggressively. He looks like he wants to kind of end this because he doesn't really have that many drones. Oh, nice Warp Prism too. We'll see what comes of this. Okay. So, Warp Prism's in, and it's going to morph in Adepts, so it's an Adept drop. He really... yeah, he needs to morph these. Here's some more Adepts. He's just trying to play with the harass, or trying to harass just to deal, and this is going to hurt. Ooh, that Disruptor hurts. That's a lot of money down the drain, and this hold. Now these Adepts are able to go bananas. Well, he's not really sending him into the mineral line. So this gets held off. But still, that's a very big hold for Vince. And now he's got his tech out. But honestly, I feel like Dan has kind of starved himself, which is why this hold is so big. If he had more drones, then Dan bounces back, no problem, right? Because that's just how, because that's what Zerg can do. But when you have under saturation like this, when you lose an army and you can't push anymore, every single time you reinforce, it just feels more and more all-in-ish, more and more make or break. And Dan is sitting with a very nice defensive comp. And he will be able to hold this no problem, I think, if this disruptor can do his job. We're about to find out. So here's the shot. And, ooh, jeez, 9lings. Right there. And Dan wisely backs away, but he really needs to start droning. And I haven't had production up the whole time, but he's actually not droning. He's still going for units. And we have another Warp Prism. Oh, DT. I like this play quite a lot. This is very cool from Vince. This DT is basically... These things are going to cause quite a lot of havoc, I think. There are... Okay, there's one Spore Crawler, or two. And yeah, he's going to split and do it in 2 different bases at once. It's very nice. There's no detection. He's going to get to do damage, even if he scouts it. Oh, well, not if it hits the hatchery. This is kind of a mistake, I think. Wow, he's trying to snipe 2 hatcheries. I feel like he should go for drones here. Okay, and he is. This is a lot of damage. He was already drone starved, and now he's getting to do more. They get this DT, but now there's a bunch of zealots. This third base is just gone. Very nice harass from Vince. And just the tech switch is very good. Obviously, it surprised Dan quite a lot. And he's going to keep this DT here, which is really nice. So like when this gets rebuilt, DT's already going to be there. And boom. DT number 2. I'm trying to snipe a Hydrogen. I don't think that's going to work. I don't know why these DTs like building so much, but I do like the whole idea of what's going on here. It's really smart. 7 kills on that DT. The other ones had quite a bit too. Alright, some zealots are going in, so he really wants to snipe this Hydrogen. Oh, these guys are doing a lot more damage than they should. Okay, here's the response. And he is transfusing the Hydrogen, which is nice. And there goes the Warp Prism, but all behind this, he has a very nice army. It's almost double the supply of Dan. And we're getting into 8-move territory, for sure. And again, I mean, the worker count, it's double for Vince. It's just not enough workers this game. And here's a Colossi. Hey, there you go. 4th for Vince. This Hydra comp. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised Vince isn't moving right now. I feel like he should. Okay, he's starting to finally. Yeah, he's got to take advantage of this. Whoa. Whoa, that's a huge Stargate tech switch. I don't know what he's anticipating or if like carriers are about to show up, but that is quite a lot. And here we go. So now this is going to be really tough. These disruptors are going to hurt a lot. Ooh, that one hurt. And this is a little too far forward here, but I'm not sure it matters. Um, it actually gets out anyway. Still gets out. I think Vince could use some... Oh no, he actually has quite a decent amount of gates. And now he's just piling up to 200, 200. Six, and the other disruptor I think has... Okay, 4. 19. Whoo! That guy's a hero. Master, disruptor. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Lurkers get cancelled. He's got 21. This disruptor is no joke. Okay, I need his GG's. Oh wow, I didn't realize I'm a terrible cameraman. Anyway.